naik beca pergi ke pekan, mau beli 2 kati ikan. Cina bukan, Melayu pun bukan, ini dari dia Nyonya peranakan.
They are a perfectly unique race and rich with cultural values. They have something to share that is called hope.
Pergi ke kebun memetik pepaya, letak mari di tanah rata. Bila Nyonya pakai kebaya, Baba tengok tak kelip mata.
Malacca was known as the World Trade Center hundreds of years ago. Located strategically in the middle of the West and East since the 15th century.
Dalam makan ni susah mendapat. Tak ada orang boleh bikin tu semua. Itu dia orang bikin lagi negeri Cina datang. Tu macam raja-raja negeri Cina pakai nampak.
The Peranakan Chinese has a very interesting history. The community evolved more than 700 years ago, way back in the 14th century. Chinese traders, mainly from the Fujian province of South China, visited Malacca for the purposes of trade. Malacca has a very strategic position on the west coast of the peninsula of Malaya. So there was a lot of migration and travel going on even way back then. Traders from China came to Malacca, and traders from India also came to Malacca and stopped at the port of Malacca to do the trading for about 6 months, waiting for the monsoon winds to change. During the 6 months, many of them intermarried with the local women in Malacca.
Pada ketika itu, perang-perang tidak dibenarkan membawa isteri ataupun kaum wanita. Dengan berada di Melaka ni selama 6-7 bulan, maka terpaksalah mereka ni mendapatkan pembantu-pembantu untuk menjual barang-barangnya, dan juga tahu-tahulah dalam lama tak balik tempat, jadi mereka pun berkahwinlah dengan orang tempatan. Keinginan semula jadilah. Sebab itu, orang baba dan nyonya ni wujud hasil perkahwinan antara pedagang-pedagang Cina dengan orang-orang tempatan.
Besides language, costume may also be the symbol of a nation.
Keturunan nenek moyang nanti semua pakai kebaya panjang macam anti pakai sekarang.
Oleh kerana maknya tu orang tempatan, boleh dianggapkan seperti orang Melayu lah. Jadi pakaian-pakaian tu lebih mirip kepada orang Melayu. Mula-mulanya orang bapa nyonya ni memakai baju kurung, baju panjang lah. Dan kemudian ia diubahkan menjadi pakaian kebaya pendek. Jadi boleh dikatakan orang bapa nyonya ni memanglah dia pengaruh Melayu kuat. Maka anak-anak dididik memakai baju seperti orang Melayu. Sebab itulah pada hari ini wujudnya pakaian kebaya. Jadi bagi orang lelakinya, mereka memakai baju Cina. Serupa macam pakaian orang tanam sayur lah.
That was how the Peranakans came to be. We can tell that Peranakans have the strong influence of Malay characteristics.
Kalau masih lagi tak ada orang mengamalkannya tu, saya ingat tak berapa tahun lagi habislah. Orang nak pakai baju kebaya pun dah tak mahu lagi.
This leads me to the question, what will become of the Baba, Nyonya community and cultural heritage? Will it survive in this modern generation? Or will we be relegated to the museums? How will this very unique culture fare?
Culture is meant to be loved. But to love a culture, firstly, we need to know how exquisite it is.
The culture is very unique in that it has elements of many cultures. It has Chinese elements, Malay elements, Javanese, Sumatran, Balinese, and even up in Penang, Burmese and Thai as well. And do not forget, the Malacca was also conquered by several colonial powers. In 1511, the Portuguese came and conquered Malacca. In 1641, the Dutch conquered Malacca, and many more years later, the British took over Malacca from the Dutch in 1826.
The uniqueness of Peranakan's costumes have inspired a well-known fashion designer, Salikin Sidek, by inlaying the elements of Peranakan in his designs.
Kalau kebaya Nyonya ni kita nampak gadis-gadis yang berketurunan kacukan Melayu dengan Cina, mereka ni akan memakai kebaya pendek. Bila pakai kebaya pendek tu, kebaya tu mesti ada sulam. Bila ada sulam kat depan tu, kalau kebaya tu dia berbelah depan, dia akan sematkan kerongsang. Iaitu kerongsang dia orang ada kerongsang tok. Mesti ada 3 serangkai, dan juga kalau sulaman itu mesti ada sulaman di ujung baju kan, di ujung lengan, di ujung depan, dan kita nampak Melayu dia iaitu pada kain sarung. Warna dia selalu tak senada, dia tak sepasang, dia akan cari matching dengan warna yang serakan, warna garang.
Although they looked similar with the Malays, but they are still different.
Okey, lagi satu, bila kita nampak dia kita akan nampak dia punya sanggul. Sanggul dia mesti pakai sanggul limau manis. Dia mesti ada bunga, ada anting jurai dan juga cucuk sanggul.
Instead of the design and the style of wearing it, the Peranakan's costumes also are made from special materials.
The material is actually Swiss voile, the material used for the kebaya. It is a very thin, diaphanous material, very delicate, transparent, and worn as a blouse with a lot of elaborate embroidery. There are many kinds of kebayas, one of which is the kebaya biku, which is a simple kebaya embroidered at the hems and the edges. Another is the kebaya renda, which is a kebaya lined with beautiful European lace. And the most popular kebaya presently is a kebaya sulam.
At first sight, we can tell that the costumes of the Peranakans look alike the Malays, especially the costumes of the Nyonya.
Kebaya ni kalau orang kata kamus Dewan Kebaya tu milik orang Indonesia. Tapi kalau di Malaysia kebaya tu memang kita nampak kebaya Nyonya. Sulam Nyonya tu mengkaburi kebaya di Indonesia. Bila kita fokuskan kebaya Nyonya, sekarang ni diorang lebih suka kebaya kain batik tu dia pakai dengan kain kosong. Kalau koleksi saya, selalu saya akan pakai dengan kain tenun pahang ataupun dengan songket. Supaya kita nampak kebaya peranakan atau kebaya Nyonya tu kepunyaan kita. Jadi kita nampakkan lagi keanggunan dan kita boleh bawa ke majlis formal lagi. Okey, baba pula selalunya dia orang akan pakai macam baju batik ataupun baju Mandarin tu, jaket Mandarin tu dia orang dah gemar balik pakai sebab baju kosong, jaket dia ada persamaan dengan Nehru, cuma collarnya aja ditukar kepada bulat. Baju jaket tu dia akan ada collar, butang depan dan juga ada butang Cina, dan juga seluar selalu akan pakai seluar satin. Satin tu kadang ada potongan dia pun dia longgar sedikit. Dan juga dia memang gemarkan warna-warna kilat, seluar hitam ataupun seluar putih, seluar krim dan juga warna lembut. Dan selalunya dia akan pakai dengan capal atau slipper lah. Kalau perempuan tu slipper tu mesti sarung. Dia ada kasut manik flat, tapi sekarang ni slipper tinggi. Mereka pun kadang suka bawa sapu tangan.
Since the 1930s until now, kasut manik has been innovated with modern designs, and nowadays it has been added with heels. Kasut manik, which is the motif of flora and fauna. The shoes have been embroidered with various patterns and colors, which are moderate and suits the wearer.
Our specialist is Nyonya beaded shoes, which is the handmade shoes sewn by the glass bead. And the base everything is done by hand. It's a handmade with the shoes. This shoe is very famous in Malacca because it's come from Nyonya culture. Some you can get the same pattern but different color. And the way they are making the shoe also is a different way. Which is some is a very old-fashioned, low type, low heel. Some they'll make it with a modern type with a high heel and with the shape. So compared to Penang, the Malacca is more popular because Malacca now still got a lot of people making the shoes, which is sewing the shoe face and give people to make the shoes.
We specially commissioned a pair of gelang kaki for her. That will be her present also. And I myself personally went and chose these intans. Very nice. Intans to make into a croissant. And so this will be our gifts for her. And what else are we giving her, Father?
Satu rumah di Heron Street, 2 maid dan 1 driver.
Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
The Peranakans who hailed from the trader class were proud in flaunting their wealth. This can be seen through the jewelry that they wore.
Baba Nyonya jewelry is fascinating, surprising and extravagant because it was meant for the Babas and the Nonyas. We have all these cucuk sangguls because all the ladies kept long hair and they kept their hair neat with the cucuk sangguls. So these are usually in silver and gilded in gold. But for the wealthier families, all these will be in gold. Now, as a symbol and sign to signify that they are so wealthy, well, you have beautiful cucuk sangguls from the top of the head down to the earrings, which is normally very phoenix, because the phoenix personify the Nonyas. So phoenix style earrings down to all our croissants and ends at our feet. And at our feet, we have gelang kaki, gold gelang kaki. So I suppose that is to tell the world we are so rich that we can even afford to have gold at our feet. In those days, because we happened during a very wonderful period where Queen Victoria was Empress of India and we had the Qing dynasty and the earlier Ming dynasty and all the beautiful jewelry of the region like Sumatra and Indonesia and Thailand. So all this came together to make the jewelry designs. And so in every piece of jewelry design, you will actually see the history of that era, whether it's the Sumatran Sultanates or Indian day and night earrings, or the bintangs or the babas, and beautiful festoon necklaces that were from Victorian England. And now this beautiful piece of jewelry is the Korosang toe, which is to be worn with the baju panjang. Now it's termed Korosang toe because toe means peach, and this peach is tilted to the left, which means that symbolically it's tilted towards the heart. And then, the Baba Nonyas have got their own pantang larangs, lots of it. And so they have all these Chinese talisman for the children to wear to protect them from evil spirits. Now, the Nonyas will wear also the belts made of silver or gilded or even gold. And the Babas have their own belt, which is more Sumatran, and they wear this on their wedding day.
It not only appears interesting, but the Peranakans' costumes are practical and suitable to their lifestyle. In comparison to normal days, the Peranakans wear more fascinating costumes during the wedding day. In fact, their wedding costumes are given the touch of contemporary based on the perspective of the present designer.
Baba Nyonya ni mereka memang selalunya dengan baju kebaya pendek ataupun panjang, tapi bagi pengantin pula selalunya mereka akan baju kurung. Mereka akan pakai baju kurung dengan sanggul lintang. Lelaki pula mereka akan ada topi Cina itulah. Tapi saya lebih gemarkan mereka memakai seperti setanjak kan, setanjak tapi baju tetap baju Cina.
The knowledge of the wardrobe ethics and the customs during the wedding day, as explained by Nyonya Tan Mao Lee, indeed needs to be practiced by today's generation. Hence, it will not be outdone by the modern wedding, which are always being the current trend.
Pasal perkahwinan tu, kita mula-mula mesti make upkan kemantin. Pakaikan dia bedak, gincu lah, inci lah, nandro bulu kening tu lah kita siap-siap. Baru naikkan dia punya rambut sanggul. Kita mau bikin buntut belangkar, kan senang bikin tau. Mau taruh dia gel keras-keras, kepitkan dia, baru kelip-kelipkan dia jadi buntut belangkar. Habis dah tu sanggulkan dia. Dah sanggulkan dia, crown tu sarungkan dia, baru cucuk bunga tu semua. Kemudian pakai yang kita lekat dahi tu yang ada patung-patung 8 tu, itu panggil Pak Sen. Tu ikat tu betul-betul. Habis dengan subang dia, anting-anting lah. Kita kata anting-anting. Orang Melayu kata subang kan. Kita pakai anting-anting dia. Dia punya ranting emas tu pakai kan. Pakai baju kuah, nampak ada rambu-rambu air emas tu semua. Kemudian kemantin lelaki-lelaki pakaikan dia baju kemantin lelaki, kita kata kiasai lah. Dan pakaikan dia punya pokia dia depan tu ada satu crown. Siap lah. Nanti kemantin lelaki masuk, datang ambil kemantin perempuan lah. Bawa keluar. Kita tu jam ada datuk, taruh lilin, bunga, ada sangkai, teh semua. Kita bawa dia kuliah, lepas siap-siap semua, baru kita panggil mak bapak duduk. Soja mak bapak, angkat air teh, kasih mak bapak minum. Dia lelaki besar, mesti mula lelaki dulu lah. Kemudian mak bapak perempuan, kasih minum teh lah dulu. Kita punya adat orang kahwin dulu macam tu lah. Sekarang moden kahwin pun macam tu. Dah lepas tu kasih makan semua, dah siap semua kenduri. Kita ada persembahan lah dulu ni orang lah. Ada joget-joget, macam joget kipas, habis joget bagusnya, joget lambat, serampang laut. Meriah lah macam tu semua.
Why do we need young people wearing baba and nyonya costumes?
Sekarang ni jam orang tak mau pakai baju tu. Sebab panas dia kata. Berlapis-lapis dalam tu dia punya pakaian. Susah mau cari orang pakai kahwin macam tu lah. Sekarang punya anak dara tak mau kahwin macam tu lagi. Dengan sanggul dia berat, dia kata lengung. Apa kita boleh buat ni jam? Kita selalu pujuk anak-anak kita, cucu-cucu kita semua buat macam tu. Jadi diorang pun dengar cakap lah macam tu.
For the past 60 years, the skills of Nyonya Chong Gyok Kim or Auntie Doris is still needed until today.
Kita buat sendiri, design tak betul lagi. Sampai 1 minggu. Siapkan, baru kita draw kat kain. Baru kita jahit. Identity kita mau buat benda tu bagus tau, cantik. Sikit salah, kita mesti buka. Kalau orang pakai mesin current dia tak sama. Jahit tangan tau, jahit sulam dengan goyang. Tu pasal orang suka nanti cari Auntie Doris. Sebab unik, nanti punya halus. Sekarang saya dah turunkan anak saya lah, Steven. Dia pun tahu jahit. Tapi dia belajar lagi cepat. Dia 1 bulan ni dia tahu jahit.
Keunikan dia ada beberapa perkara. Terutamanya kain yang kita hasilkan. Kedua, benang yang kita hasilkan. Ketiga, jahitan halus yang kita hasilkan. Dan keempat, kesenian yang ada.
Why we need the young people to be involved in making baba and nyonya costumes?
Penyulam-penyulam kebaya, kebanyakan orang tua. Bila orang tua ni, fashion-fashionnya memang tak ada menarik lah. Jadi kalau lah orang-orang muda ni dapat menghidupkan balik, ceburkan diri dalam rekaan kebaya ni, maka kebaya ni akan hidup. Kalau lah budaya itu pupus, maka sayanglah satu budaya yang begitu cantik sekali, yang dicipta mereka sendiri tak dapat lagi boleh dijual beli di mana-mana. Kalau dia kahwin dengan orang Cina, dah dia menggunakan bahasa Cina. Dah tak bahasa Melayu dah tak ada lagi, bahasa baba nyonya pun dah habis. Pakaian begitu juga. Kalau orang baba ni pakai baju kebaya. Kalau orang lain tak ada pakai lagi. Kalau tak ada pupus lah budaya baba nyonya ni, maka kebaya ni pun tak ada lagi dah pakai. Keturunan baba nyonya ni boleh dikatakan sebagai satu keturunan yang betul-betul semangat kebangsaan. Yang pertama sekali daripada segi perpaduan antara Cina dengan Melayu ni, orang-orang baba nyonya adalah begitu rapat intim sekali dengan orang Melayu ni lah. dan juga tentang bahasa kebangsaan anak-anak Baba Nyonya ni handal. Jadi memang saya memegang tinggi harapan saya bahawa budaya Baba Nyonya ni tak ada pupus sama sekali tentang busananya. Dengan apa caranya sekalipun kita yang ada pada hari ini, orang tua-tua mestilah mengenalkan budaya ini kepada orang-orang muda. Terutama sekali bila mereka dalam hari-hari besar, pakailah baju kebaya. Orang pakai tu nampak cantik, begitu kemas, begitu sempurna sekali lah.
Through the associations, we try to impart this appreciation of the culture. We try to create an awareness amongst young Malaysians, amongst the Babas and Nyonyas, of this very unique culture that is in danger of becoming diluted and disappearing. And when we organize functions, for example, formal events, dinners and dances, we always stipulate that the dress code has to be traditional Baba Nyonya. So the Babas will come in the baju Cina or in the Western outfits, and the Nyonyas will come dressed in in all the finery in the sarongs and kabayas. Now the question is, what about the young Nyonyas? Do they have the time or the wherewithal to wear these kind of garments? It's interesting to see contemporary takeoffs of the sarong kabaya. It is a very versatile garment. It can be worn as a jacket, it can be worn as a blouse. What I find interesting in my work as a cultural activist and also as a writer is that I realize that I form part of that bridging generation. Those born before World War II are the repositories of the culture. They were born in Baba Nyonya homes, they ate, they swore, they chatted, and they lived a Baba Nyonya lifestyle. But after World War II, the baby boomers, many of us, instead of being, because of emancipation and liberation, the Nyonyas could go for higher education, they could study for as long as they like, go for all kinds of jobs, whereas in the past, the grandmothers did not have that kind of opportunity. In the past, Nyonyas were expected to be very well-schooled in all the arts and crafts and to be good mothers and cooks and household homemakers. But the modern Nyonyas, those born after World War II, the sky was the limit. They could do anything they want. They were encouraged to be as highly educated as possible. Instead of being shooed into the kitchen to learn the crafts and the cuisines, they were shooed out of the kitchen to concentrate on the studies and to aspire to as great height as possible. So with that, in a way, it's a double-edged sword. We have lost many of the knowledge of the crafts, the rituals and rites, and also because the rites and rituals were very, very elaborate and very time-consuming. So I see my generation as a generation that not 100%, but still enough to be able to pass on to the next generation. Because Generation Y will be the generation of the Facebookers, the Twitters, the generation that's into smartphones and digital technology. But will they know about this fabulous cultural heritage that they have inherited? It is now, I suppose, in a way, the task of the cultural Peranakan associations to try to pass this on, as well as to all Babas and Nyonya families who still know a bit of the culture to be able to pass it on to the younger ones.
Anak kucing dua beradik, satu bodoh, satu cerdik. Baba Nyonya teras yang baik, tahan dijemur panas saya.
Tinggi-tinggi si matahari, Cik Baba korek kredit. Mari tengok Nyonya kita menari, sungguh pun tua masih boleh gelik.
Even though Malacca once used to be a prominent nation because of its location along the Straits of Malacca, the existence of the Peranakans will be lasting forever since their culture is well maintained. It can be seen by the practice of wearing their traditional costumes as an appreciation by their own community. In fact, from many other races which are also keen to wear Peranakans costumes nowadays.